Okay, so what kind of situation do we have at the moment from a Euro GBP perspective? Now let's start from the weekly time frame. What is the situation? Now on the weekly time frame, we all know that the market has now created this very nice move to the upside exactly as we wanted to see it. If you remember, we made an analysis when the market was here and we expected definitely the market to make this move to the upside. I will link the analysis in the description. Now that the market has given us the move to the upside, what has the market created? It has created this W formation. Specifically, if we look at the shape that this weekly candle is forming, if this weekly candle will actually close with this shape, I made also a YouTube video speaking about this candle. We definitely expect the next one to fill in the wick and make a move to the downside. Okay, we definitely expect it. So it will be very interesting to see how this weekly candle will actually close. Going down on the daily time frame, what kind of situation we can see. Now, on the daily time frame, there is a very interesting situation. Why? Because currently the market has broken back below structure. In fact, the market had found resistance here. It broke it to the upside, broke back down, and now the market is going for a retest of this structure with the possibility, if the weekly candle will close in that way, of creating this move to the downside. So the completion of this impulse correction and impulse pattern to the downside, rejection of the structure, creation of this head and shoulders, and obviously we will also have the confluence of resistance inside of this area of the Fibonacci taken from the high to the low of the impulse, possibly at 0.618 Fibonacci retracement, as you already see. So we would like to see the market test inside of the 50% or 0.618 Fibonacci retracement that is lines up with the structure that we have here on the left. After that weekly candle that we are currently in will close with this shape. In that case, next week we have a very good probability shorting opportunity on Euro GBP if it will show proper confirmations from a 4-hour perspective. Now let's go and see what kind of situation we have from a COT point of view. So what hedge funds are doing at the moment on the euro and what hedge funds are doing at the moment from a GBP perspective. Let's start from the euro. Now, if we look at the data for the euro, we can quickly see that hedge funds have shifted their positions from having minus 114k net positions to having plus 75k net positions, meaning that we went from having more shorts than longs to having more longs than shorts. But at the same time, they have been already adding shorts during the latest releases, meaning that we can also expect the euro to show that move to the downside for the completion of the pattern before we can see some more long-term euro strength, considering that most euro pairs have already created a nice move to the upside. So we can also expect some profit taking on the move. If we go and see what we have from a GBP perspective, we can see a similar situation but to the opposite side. In fact, net positions went from 35k to minus 22k. So the positioning of hedge funds on the pound went from having more longs than shorts to having more shorts than longs. But again, lately we have seen some longing, therefore we can expect a retracement in the weakness of the pound, meaning pound can get a little bit stronger in the short term, which means Euro GBP can definitely complete the pattern both from a weekly and daily perspective to the downside. So basically completing the W formation from a weekly perspective and completing the impulse correction and impulse pattern to the downside from a daily perspective. Anyway, if we will see the market close with this weekly candle in this way, what we will be doing with students, we will be monitoring with students price action inside of this area, waiting for the market to provide to us one of our valid entries. And if the market will actually provide to us one of our valid entries, then we will be taking a nice short with a very good risk to reward and good probabilities for the move to the downside and completion of the impulse correction and impulse pattern and completion of the weekly W formation. Now, if you enjoyed this free analysis and education, make sure you drop a like and a comment. It really does support the creation of more free education and analysis for all of you, and I will see you in the next video.